All right, let's do another review. Armand's opinion. This is my opinion only. I read a nonfiction book, which I liked a lot. Red Hook, Brooklyn Mafia Ground Zero by Frank DiMatteo and Michael Benson. And it was obviously it's the mob in Red Hook in Brooklyn, dock workers, 1920s, 30s, all the way up. The mob, the five families, all of the problems on the docks and whatnot. And On the Waterfront is mentioned a couple times, the Brando movie in the book. And so I guess this is Frank DiMatteo. This is very personal. He's in the book, obviously, at some point, as part of, his father was part of these mobsters, soldiers, capos, whatnot. Interesting book. It's got a lot of names you're going to be familiar with. Al Capone, lots and lots of, John Gotti is mentioned. Sammy the Bull Gravano is mentioned. A ton of other, if you know your mobster history, if you know your mafia history, this is pretty good. It's interesting, all of the payouts. It's interesting, all of the bribes. It's interesting, all of the people just getting whacked. It's amazing. So the Irish mob, which was the White Hand, basically within 20 years completely imploded. Just it's like playing, when you're a kid and you're playing King of the Mountain, and you're like, kill the man with the ball, and basically everybody's gunning for you, and then you get your ass kicked, and then somebody else becomes King of the Mountain. This is what happened here with the White Hand. It was like, I don't know, it seemed like every third or fourth page, somebody was like, hey, I just had this guy whacked. I had this guy killed, and now I'm the boss. Oh, wait, let me turn around. Oh, I just get shot in the face, and now I'm dead, and now somebody else takes over. It's amazing the leadership turnover, and they basically just wipe themselves out of existence. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna run the docks, and then all of a sudden we don't have enough manpower to run the docks because everybody's too busy killing one another. And now here comes the Italians. They just move in and take over the damn docks. Whew. But that all being said, love this book. 4.5 stars. Some of the writing, some of the word choices, you get a little redundant, but again, you're literally telling the same history over and over and over with just different Italian names, which is funny. Which I was fine with. Listen, my last name is Rosamilia. I mean, I'm actually Armando Rosamilia, so there's Italian. I was surprised I didn't find a Rosamilia in this book. There was a my father's like third cousin or something. There was a Sally boy, Salvatore Rosamilia, in a, like, I don't know, a John Gotti book, a Colombo book, something, whatever book years ago. I remember reading this book like when I was in like my teen years or my 20s, and saying to my dad, who is Sally Boy Rosamilia? And he was like, oh, that's a third cousin, whatever. He worked for whatever one of the families, type of thing. But I don't think my dad had ever met this person. So anyway, great book, highly recommended if you like history, if you like mafioso history and all that. So now I mentioned On the Waterfront. Let me see if I can do this. I think I did it right. On the Waterfront, Marlon Brando, Carl Malden with his giant fake-looking nose. It was mentioned a couple times, so I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen On the Waterfront. I was like, whatever they call it, like the number 7 greatest movie of all time. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen this movie. So it's like, maybe I should watch this. You know, Marlon Brando. Why not? And so right after I was done with this book, and I'm like, let me go find On the Waterfront. And here's the 1954 poster of the movie. You can see that in the corner. And I don't know why Brando looks like he's wearing a lot of lipstick and eyeshadow for some reason. But so he plays Terry. He plays a tough guy on the as a longshoreman in Hoboken, basically across the river from where the Red Hook stuff takes place. And I thought it was a great movie for its time, for a movie that's 70 years old. I liked it a lot. I don't know why it took me this long to ever see this movie. Scale 1 to 10, 4.5. 4.5. Some of the acting was that 1950s over the top, hokey, weird. The woman, the main girl in it, she comes off as the damsel in distress, like in a lot of these old timey movies. And I had read something beforehand when I looked it up, and I was like, oh, Al Pacino, like this was the movie for him. Like watching this movie, watching Brando, and another one, another couple of things were like the taxi ride of Brando and his brother is a classic movie, like one of the greatest scenes ever. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. And then there it is. It's the I Could Have Been a Contender, which we've all said a billion times, even though I even said to my wife, oh, this is the movie On the Waterfront. She's like, I never saw it. And I was like, oh, I Could Have Been a Contender. She's like, I had no idea. But everybody knows that line. Everybody knows that part of his speech, which is pretty good. And I'm embarrassed that I did not realize that was where this is from. I knew it was Brando because the way people say it. So anyway, love the movie, love the book, and if you have any suggestions for like-minded books or movies, I would love to read them. I would love to watch them. I watch a lot of noir movies. I'm a big fan. At one point a couple of years ago on my Patreon, I had pulled like the top 100 noir movies of all times. And I watched, I don't know, maybe like a dozen of them, and I gave a little review on each. And that was a lot of fun, because it's not all just 1940s, 1950s black and white movies. It's just, it runs the gamut. And I like a dark movie. I like a thriller movie. And I also love nonfiction and also fiction thrillers and stuff. So anyway, there it is. There's my review of Red Hook, and also my review of On the Waterfront. If you've read or seen this movie, then let me know. Let me know what you thought. Is my opinion right or wrong? I want to know. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Do me a favor. Please subscribe to my YouTube. I need more. I subscribe right back. You subscribe to me. Leave me a message. Go, hey, I just subscribed to you. I'll subscribe back, and then don't be a cheese and then unsubscribe as soon as I subscribe to you. I don't know why people do that. That's like just dumb. Thanks.